guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Jamie.
I'm Courtney.
And after a much needed hiatus, we're back and better than ever. So,
we have some things to talk about.
some things we are not going to buy.
Yeah, another anti-haul.
So, the obvious disclaimer, just because we're not going to buy this stuff doesn't mean you don't have to buy it. If we talk trash in a brand you like, if you still like them, that's cool.
Yeah, they're just our personal opinions. Like, if you like it,
Cool.
that's fine. Like, I don't really care. Everybody can like different things, obviously.
Yeah, it's just makeup at the end of the day.
If you don't like this lipstick that I really like, I'm not going to be offended.
My mom doesn't like my blue lipstick, but I'm still wearing it, so we're killing it.
So it's all good.
So the first thing that we are not planning on buying is the ColourPop X Laura Lee Los Angeles X No Kill LA eyeshadow quad and then the lip trio. First of all, Laura Lee never wears metallic lips, so I don't know why she came out with an ultra metallic lip because I thought that was like way out of line. And I kind of thought she'd make a nude because she always wears nude lips on our channels. So I was really surprised to see a like pink metallic lip. And then when you look at the eyeshadow quads, the colors are like the same color she put in her cat's pajama palette.
Yeah, they're not really anything special. They're just like pinky,
like glittery.
Yeah,
I feel like
colors. They're not really
a lot of
special.
People were mad, not mad, but like expressed that she should have put more original colors in her eyeshadow palette. So I feel like this might have been the opportunity to like be creative, because like aren't technically like, you could just buy a single Super Shock shadow and like use it whenever. It's not like you're putting together a cohesive palette.
Yeah, and plus, like, I feel like the colors that she came out with, like, ColourPop already has those singles, and, like, they already have those colors in, like, a million of their palettes, and, like, in their Super Shock shadows also. Plus, I also think that they could have gotten someone else to collab with.
Maybe someone who's a cruelty-free beauty blogger, because I feel like, not that, like, I don't doubt that Laura Lee likes animals, because, like, she always talks about her cats and stuff, but maybe someone that, like, actively does cruelty-free YouTube and like searches for cruelty-free companies, because I feel like that's more advocacy if you're not testing on animals and like are also promoting like animal welfare. Like,
yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm biased because I'm not a big fan of Laura Lee.
She's not our favorite, but so yeah, let us know your thoughts on that collab. Did you also think that ColourPop and Laura Lee were kind of like a strange combination? Because I definitely did.
I like the idea because like all of the proceeds do go to No Kill LA. Like Laura Lee isn't profiting from the collab, which I think it's nice. Like I think it's a good idea. I just think she should have chosen different colors, or they should have gotten somebody else to collab with.
Yeah,
that's it.
So the next thing that there's no way that I would ever buy is a $70 Chanel highlighter. First of all, like $70, that's way out of my budget.
Yeah, and like that's not like their original colors either. I think it's just like a white one
and like a rose gold.
Yeah,
one.
And the white one looks like the Nikki Tutorials and Ofra.
The glazed donut one?
Yeah, the glazed donut highlighter. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, I feel like for $70 it has like this phenomenal formula, and I really feel like the color should be unique, and I'll be like, oh, maybe I could justify spending that because there's nothing else like that in my collection. I mean, I wouldn't, but I could see that being like, someone would be able to be like, oh, you know what?
Yeah, someone. Not us.
Not us.
But someone.
That if the color was like, you couldn't find a dupe anywhere at all.
Which
maybe.
I don't think is ever going to be the case.
But yeah, especially with those two colors that they chose.
Like, literally, there are plenty cheap highlighters out there that, like, Wet n Wild highlighters are fine. Like, yeah. And they are not $70.
No, I think you could buy the whole collection and still be less than $70 for the Wet n Wild highlighters.
Yeah, it's because it's Wet n Wild. Weren't they like $4.99 each or something?
No, you own them, not me.
I own one.
Wait to hear that in a later video.
But still, I think that's ridiculous. $70. Like, I think the most expensive beauty product I own is the Huda Beauty palette, which is like $60, and it's like, it's a palette. Like, I can use them like all, and the colors are really pretty, and they're like different. So I think that's like.
But I also feel like with an eyeshadow palette, you can have multiple looks versus one highlighter.
Yeah, exactly. It looks the
there's
same
only
all the
so many times like you can put it on your cheekbones and expect people to notice that it's like different.
Exactly.
Like, speaking of highlighters, we are not buying the Kat Von D Metal Crush highlighting palette. The one that's like $40 for 3 colors, and 2 of them are like pinks and something I wouldn't wear.
They're not very, like, I don't know. Some of them are not very wearable. I think they're too expensive. I don't think it's original. I don't think there's anything special about it.
And I respect Kat Von D as an artist, because, like, I used to watch, was she on Miami Ink all the time. And, like, I think that she is really creative, but I don't think these colors show that. Like, come out with something more original or something, like, wearable. If you're going to come out with 3 colors, make it a color for a light, medium, and deep skin tone. Because I could never wear pink, and I don't know many people that would wear pink on an everyday basis.
Like, every day.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like, I do like Kat Von D's brand. I own multiple things from her brand. Like, I'm wearing her eyeliner right now, the Trooper. But that palette just, like, doesn't seem very, I don't know, I wouldn't buy it. I just, like, nothing speaks to me from it. I just look at it and I'm like, all right, that's a waste of money.
And I have colored highlighters. I have the Anastasia Aurora Glow Kit. And I kind of bought it because, like, I really wanted a glow kit and I always liked Anastasia. But to be honest, I wear, like, once a month, and now I wear my neutral highlighters. So I think if you already have a duochrome highlighter or a colorful highlighter item, then it's not something you really need multiples of, because realistically, how often are you going to wear that?
Exactly.
So the next thing we're not going to buy is one of our favorite brands, Too Faced. It's their new festival collection, and you've probably seen it everywhere because it's a unicorn themed again.
Yeah, they're a little late on the unicorn. Sorry, I just playing footsies with Jamie real quick. So they're a little late on, like, the unicorn train here. I feel like that was, like, a little 2016-ish, like, beginning of 2017. Like,
I also think if you're
often.
charging $42 for an eyeshadow palette that looks like kids' makeup, it just, like, doesn't, like, it looks like something I would buy, like, my niece or nephew.
The My Little Pony palette from ColourPop.
Okay, but at the same time, like, that was priced at, like,
Yeah, it was like
a novelty
$16.
makeup item. Like, you're not, I don't think you'd spend $50 for something that had ponies all over it.
I wouldn't.
Like, that's where I'm kind of having a discrepancy. Like, the bronzer and the highlighter had, like, a unicorn in it.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't bring that, like, when I'm going in to get ready with my friends and be like, check out the unicorn in my $30 bronzer. Like, no.
Like, I can see how some of the things are appealing. Like, some of the colors in the palette are pretty, but I don't know.
And also,
It's cutesy.
it's shaped like a rainbow, so I feel like the bulky packaging in itself would deter me from buying it, because where would I store that? And if I really did like the colors in it, there was no way I could travel with a rainbow palette. Like,
Yeah,
no.
that's true. I don't know. I just think it's too, personally, I think it's too cutesy. I wouldn't buy it. I like some of the colors, I guess, but it's nothing that I would be like, oh, I really need that.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, first of all, unicorn has been done. It's over. It's dead. It's, like, past.
Let's move on to the next mythical. I'm ready for, like, a dragon collection to come out.
Oh, I would buy that.
Like, I'm in for that 2018, the year of the dragons, like,
That would be cool.
right?
Maybe we should do that.
Yeah.
Somebody collab with us so we can...
Us and our, like, 10 followers come find us friends.
We have very original ideas over here.
So, the next thing that we are not buying is the Maybelline Gigi Hadid collection. Specifically that really bulky, like, face and eye palette that I think is $30 for Maybelline.
And it's probably one of the most boring things I've ever seen in my life.
How often do you use lipsticks or concealers in a palette form anyway?
Like when I was maybe, like, 10.
And, like, the bronzer and the blush, there is no... My bronzer brush is, like, this big. There's no way I can get it in there and attempt to, like, not get it in the highlighter and in the blush and, like, not ruin all the other powders.
Yeah, like, I'm not saying, like, the colors are ugly or anything. I just think it just looks so boring. Like, it's just so generic and so, like, when we first started getting into makeup, like, when I was 14, like, something I would own.
Yeah, I used to have a bunch of, like, all-in-one palettes because that's all I knew. But
Yeah.
now I feel like anybody that, like, does makeup for themselves on a, like, regular basis never uses those. Because you end up getting, like, the powders and the lipsticks, and half the time the shades and the concealers don't even match your skin tone. So,
Agreed. And
What are you
plus,
doing?
like, I get the price increase because it is a collab, and, like, obviously that both of them need to make a profit from it, but $30 is kind of, like, ridiculous in my opinion.
I feel like if she separated it, maybe did, like, a cheek palette that was a highlighter, blush, and bronzer, and brought it down, and because she already had 2 eyeshadow palettes with it. What was it? The primer, the liner, the lipsticks. I felt like it was just so overwhelming that this, like, didn't do any justice to the collection.
Yeah, it's just, I saw it and I was like, why? Just
I saw it and then I was
why?
like, I kind of see it because she's like an on-the-go model, and then I saw the price and then I was like,
I get it, and like it's maybe something like stuff that she wears all the like I don't know. It's just been done a billion times. It's like beating a dead horse. Like,
exactly.
I just don't get it. I'm sorry. I don't get it. I don't like it.
So the last thing that we are not buying is the Violet Voss Taupe Notch palette. And it's the Noah one. I think it's like $45-ish. And the issue that I have with it is that all the colors look exactly the same.
Yeah, like they're all neutral. They're all neutrals, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's all top colors, I guess, top notch palette. But they all look the same. Violet Voss is a company. Like some of their products are really nice. They look really nice. I don't own any of them yet, but I don't know. It just doesn't. $45. Maybe if you're starting out, like you're very new and you just like want a nice neutral palette that you could wear every day and you don't own anything else, then maybe you could buy that.
But I think my issue with that one is when you look at the color scheme, well, obviously, if you haven't noticed, we have the pictures on every.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at the color scheme, I feel like I'm not like a makeup artist by any like measure, that when I blend them together, it would all look like a taupey brown eye. Like, I feel like the colors aren't unique enough that you could tell that you're wearing shadow A over shadow B.
Yeah,
and that's my issue with it.
That's true. They're all pretty much, there's like a lot of like whites and creams and
like
browns and grayish.
Like they might have different
colors.
Undertones, but when you blend it on your eye at the end of the day, nobody's gonna know
muddy.
you're wearing a different color.
Yeah, it's true. But like I said, like if you're younger and you want to start off, I mean, there's other options that I think are better. Like, the Tarte in Bloom palette is very like, it has different colors in it, and I think it's easier to work with than this one. But that's just my opinion. I don't really like this one at all.
Yeah, I am interested in trying some of Violet Voss's other palettes, especially like the warmer tone ones, because then you have like the cranberries and the browns and the deeper browns, and I feel like that would be a more cohesive, and you could definitely have multiple looks with a palette like that versus one like this.
Yeah, like I said, I would buy some things from the brand. I haven't yet, but this one I don't get it.
And I know Violet Voss is in Sephora. I don't know if they're coming to stores, but I would be interested in like swatching it and playing around with that palette, just because maybe it does look different in person, but from the pictures I've seen online, it's a
it doesn't
hard
do
pass.
it doesn't do any justice to anything, and it just looks all the same.
So let us know in the comments below, what item are you not buying?
Yeah, there was a lot more that we could think of, but we didn't.
We don't want to bore you to death.
Yeah.
All of the images that are found in here from either Trend Mood or Hot Fire Makeup's Instagram, so we'll also leave them linked down below. And we'll leave the link to our first anti-haul so you can see what else we're not buying.
Yeah, we're not buying a lot of things.
Yeah.
So
the budget is tight this year.
But thanks for watching, guys. I hope this wasn't like super boring.
Bye, guys.
See you in our next video.
Oh, look, it started.
I didn't think it was gonna work, so I didn't say anything.
Hey, guys. Hey, guys. Welcome back to our channel. I'm Jamie.
I'm Courtney.
And after a hiatus, we are back and better than ever. So,
Are we though? Better than ever.